First in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the UMass Minutemen. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the UConn Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese.
Let's go. Break. Double, double. 180.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of
nowhere to go. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers.
UConn going back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The screen, he can go. What about that move to pick up a few extra yards to the 35? And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down.
Here we go.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Touchdown, UConn.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really...
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive.
Red 18.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the heat. He'll try to do it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under... Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with...
Lofts one high and deep. And they will score. Touchdown, UConn!
Touchdown, UConn.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The UConn offense goes back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Under fire. Catch and stride inside the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Here comes the heat. Oh, another great move. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score. No midseason.
Ready? Right.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. There he goes. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
They'll go to the air. Under fire. Touchdown, UConn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just enough time for one final play in this half. It's the back and leaves it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on.
UConn going back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around.
Oh, he's got some space. Quick step and go. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, you know that every single week, this guy's legs are going to be a problem, and the defense just has not had an answer for him. They can't keep him in the pocket. That last play, he's able to get outside, scramble, and go make something happen. And with that last run, he's now eclipsed the 100-yard rushing mark for the game.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10.
Set, set, steady.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. On the run, fires downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Black. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Going right to work up top. Extending the play. Trying to make magic up. Turning it on. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UConn!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field.
UConn going back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Rolling, throwing, looking right. All by himself. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback...
Let's go.
The Huskies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Might be looking to run. They get to him as he throws. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Gets down with the slide. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down.
Let's go.
The UConn offense goes back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score and
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. The play action fake. He's not afraid to go deep. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Trying to make magic, breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. This time on target. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first...
Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, first and 10. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 10.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Caught at the 25. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
That's a first down.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. There he goes. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Runs through the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. A lot of urgency for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well and